Welcome into the Quest Number 9 podcast. My name's Seth Warner, and today on this podcast, we talk about Kentucky basketball from a fan's perspective. And today, we're going to be instant reacting to Kentucky's big road win over Arkansas, where Kentucky won 85-77, where Kentucky had a 13-point lead in the first half, was really able to control the pace of the game. Arkansas was able to cut it to 7, and we're just going to talk about what Kentucky was able to do and just my overall thoughts of the game coming off a big road win after we weren't really able to talk about, but Kentucky going down to Nashville, getting beat by 25 and really not being competitive in that game outside the first couple minutes. It will be very interesting to see Kentucky's reaction, and we'll just talk about what we saw. And in this game, Kentucky had three guys in double figures. Malachi Moreno really stepped up for the Cats, him having 11 points, 4 for 7 from the field. He had 7 boards, a lot of those in the second half. Him and Otega Owe had a nice two-man game a couple times that really allowed them to take advantage of some of their opportunities. And Otega Owe was Kentucky's leading scorer. He had 24 points. He had opportunities to make it to 25 and really explode his offensive numbers, but missed 5 free throws at the line, but was Kentucky's best player in this game. He was the primary defender on Darius Acuff, Arkansas's best player, and he was really able to eliminate Darius Acuff in the first half in particular, where Darius ended the game with 22 points, but a large majority of those points came in the second half, only went 1 for 4 from 3. This Arkansas team was only able to shoot 21% from 3, 3 for 14 from the field. And Kentucky was truly just able to control the pace and the feel of this game from a Kentucky team that really has not been able to control first halves in SEC play or against any of their good competition, where Arkansas was really only able to take as much of a 2-point lead in the second half, where Kentucky really got a bunch of technicals, got emotional. This game got really emotional for both sides. A combined 6 technicals, 1 flagrant one, and it was just really a big chaotic mess in portions of this game where Arkansas was able to claw themselves back off of free throws and off of just benefiting Kentucky's mistakes. Kentucky only had 7 turnovers in this game, only had 2 in the first half to Arkansas's 1, with Arkansas only having 5 turnovers. Both these teams are really low, or Arkansas in particular is a really low turnover team, and Kentucky was able to compete with them in this game in that category. While Kentucky was able to out-rebound Arkansas by 9, having a big advantage there, allowing this Kentucky team to have 10 offensive rebounds to Arkansas's 9 and create a real advantage there, allowing the Cats to get second chance points. And Kentucky was also able to make 3 more threes than the Razorbacks, shooting it at a 46% clip, while Arkansas only shot it at a 21%. So that really shows the differences between some of these two teams. Billy Richmond was really good for the Razorbacks. He had 14 points, 6 for 8 from the field. He was 0 for 1 from 3, not a guy that particularly spaces the floor for this Arkansas team. DJ Wagner, former Cat, he only had 4 points. He really went off on Kentucky the last time these two teams played. He really struggled, only having 1 assist, 0 for 1 from 3, and 2 for 4 from the field in only 15 minutes. Darius Acuff, like I said, was our leading scorer, 22 points, but he really struggled in the first half. Trevin Brazile was really good in this game. He had 16 points, was 5 for 10 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. He had 8 boards and 2 assists, was able to stuff the stat sheet. And early on this game, he was Arkansas's kind of go-to scorer at times when Darius Acuff and some of these other guys just was not clicking. Malik Thomas in the game with 10 points. And another guy that kind of the matchup I thought was really important, especially when it came starter to starter, was Colin Chandler, Carter Knox. Carter Knox, former Kentucky commit and has a lot of Kentucky ties. He played 16 minutes, went 0 for 1 from the field. And Colin Chandler, he played 23 minutes, had 13 points, was 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. So he really gave Kentucky a lot of good minutes and was able to score the ball at a high clip and knock down some shots and be a good defender and just overall really impact this game down the stretch as a decision maker, as an inbounder when Kentucky put him in, when Trent Noah, who really played well, started to struggle to inbound the ball and be a really good decision maker. Trent Noah, like I said, played well. He played probably a season-high 19 minutes. He had 9 points, 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3. He had 7 boards, where 5 of those came in the first half, and he also went 6 for 8 from the free throw line. And he was Kentucky's usually our technical foul shooter. Kentucky really was able to maximize their opportunities and just create a big cushion for themselves early in the first half, allowing this Kentucky team to hold on and to outscore Arkansas by 1 in the second half, pushing their lead and being able to have a cushion going down the stretch when Kentucky had a couple mistakes at the end of the game where it could have really hurt them, but Kentucky had a big enough lead that they were able to overcome that and allow this Kentucky team to come out with a big win on the road against a top 15 Arkansas team who had several close games in a row, but is really talented. And we were really able to stifle Darius Acuff early in this game. Kentucky also had a lot of foul trouble in this game. Kentucky had 22 fouls. Arkansas had 24. A lot of Arkansas's fouls were down the stretch. Kentucky, it was like 22-17, somewhere around that number for foul distribution. I was looking at the box score during the game. So Kentucky was fouling a lot more, but by the end of the game, Kentucky actually ended up attempting more free throws, being 19 for 30 and in 16 for 26. So the two teams both shot a lot of free throws, not super high percentages, but Kentucky was able to edge out on makes and have 19-16 Kentucky. That really allowed this Kentucky team to maximize their opportunities, like I keep on saying. Kentucky made the plays when it mattered and got a lead early, and that's something in all of their wins haven't been able to do. St. John's, down 7 points at halftime, tied against North Carolina. Kentucky was really never able to have a lead and have a pretty good lead going into halftime or really in that first half of a lot of these games. Kentucky overall, they shot it really well early, got into a little bit of a slump in the middle of the first half, but overall I thought Kentucky really